Good morning, pretty. September 5th, and I am at the vitamin shop. You can't really see it, but it's where I'm at. Anyway, surprisingly, my coach doesn't want me taking a bunch of supplements. The only thing he asked me to take was creatine, mono something. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look back at the texts. But that's really all he wants me on. But I'm having a really hard time hitting my calories on the weekends because I'm not allowed to have a lot of carbs. I can only have about 50 grams of carbs, so that makes it really hard. So I'm gonna try and find a protein or some protein bars that are high calorie, high fat, low carbs, just so that I can have a little bit of help when I'm needing to hit those calories on the weekends. But let's go get this stuff. Hey guys, so we are all done. We have some of Logan's favorite protein. I got my creatine and my protein. So we got the gains, and of course they are precious cargo, so they're good to go.
Because that tells us exactly how much we need to cut out and what that's gonna, evolve to later on. We need to start cutting.
Okay.
Spin in a full circle. Alright, so your measurements are right about the same, which means you've got your maintenance, which is good. It's up until we cannot move our butt anymore. Right there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just like that. Yep. And stay curled. Push. Good technique. Like your tempo.
How I know you had more gas in the tank because last time, by the time you got to like 45, your legs were shaking.
You just didn't see it.
Not as much as last time. Last time your knees were like quivering. Overall taste work not even.
Everyone could just see your
Always in my
back
head.
of your head.
I didn't know recording. Oh, now I'm on the spot.
Because then it's more organic. They're like, tell you it's recording.
Oh, she just stuck it behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, well. How did today's work out for them?
Pretty good.
Yeah. What did you feel different today compared to last one?
My connection.
Yeah?
Definitely a lot better.
Yeah.
So this is the start of my 3rd week. We just had a weigh-in, which I'm weighing the same as last week. Measurements. So the first week we started, my belly button was at 33 around the waist, 40.5 around my hips. Last week I was at 32 around the waist and 40 around my hips, so I lost an inch on my tummy, half an inch on my bottom. But this week I actually gained 1/4 of an inch around my waist and 1/4 of an inch around my butt. He thinks it could be bloating, and also my weight stayed exactly the same, which he was really happy about because that means we found my maintenance calories. So this week he wants me right at 1800 calories, and then starting next week we'll start a cut. So I'm pretty excited about that because we'll be cutting for 2 weeks and then we'll go back to my maintenance calories. That's pretty much the update. And this morning I'm having some egg whites, turkey bacon, and some English muffins with some avocado. I'm doing pretty good with my tracking. Like, I've gotten really good at it, so I feel pretty confident about my food. I'm so excited, guys. I have a new, what is this thing called? Instapot. My birthday is gonna be coming up next month in October, and my baby daddy's girlfriend sent me this because she knows that I'm training and she knows that we stay super busy with the kids. So she thought this would make cooking a lot easier, so I'm super grateful. She said to call her in case I needed help setting it up, but this is so sweet. Look at that. That's gonna be so nice. There's a lot of compartments though, so I'm gonna call her so she can help me set this thing up.
And then the thing underneath it is for like when you're steaming stuff. It's so cute.
What is up, guys? So it's Wednesday today, and I seriously apologize about the lighting. It's just not very good in here, but I'm on my way to pick up my kiddos from school. Wednesdays and Thursdays I no longer have training, so it's kind of strange because I used to go to the gym like Monday through Saturday, and now I have Sunday as a rest day and also Wednesday and Thursday. So it's very weird having this much extra time, but I know it's not gonna last forever, so I'm kind of enjoying it. It's been giving me a little bit of extra time to do more Instagram posts and some more interacting with some of my clients and a little bit more time with editing and stuff. So that's that's been really nice. We're gonna pick up the kids and I am gonna park as bloody far as possible as I can because we are trying to get our 10,000 steps every day. My kids are gonna hate me probably, but that's okay. Okay. I was trying to let this nice man go, but he said for me to go, so chivalrous. Ooh, should I park farther? I want to introduce you guys to my trainer.
Tell them what.
Just a little bit about yourself, I guess. Do you want to sit down over there?
Yeah.
Just like what qualifies you to help me out.
So like my experience.
Yeah.
You want to sit on the same side?
Yeah.
Can you see my head?
You're just so tall. I'm not used to needing a taller stand.
Should I shrink?
No.
Alright, so I've been training for about 6 years. I originally started because I was super overweight, and when I was overweight I didn't really feel confident. The main thing that I changed to get me confident was integrating some strength training and some cardio training. Unfortunately I did it the wrong way, so I starved myself and kind of made myself very deprived, which made me more interested in the subject. As a high schooler I started studying it, and it kind of piqued my interest when I started learning there were so many nuances about it. Like I just saw people moving, and I thought the movement was all that mattered. But come to find out, like over the years I've had experience, the thing that's changed for me is opening my eyes to see that there's so much more science behind it. So I went to college for it, and as I was in college I started training. I began training by just like word of mouth and friends. It wasn't really a business at that point. It was kind of a hobby, and I enjoyed just training people and seeing what their experience was and how they grew from it. The way Myra's done it here has been pretty organic, and she's gone from a heavier weight to her weight where she's at now. She thinks she looks unfit, but she doesn't, you know, so. But I know she's looking for a peak condition. So, you know, she would be my first client that I'm taking to a show.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I've trained people to do bodybuilding training. I've trained people to take their body from a higher body fat composition to a lower body fat composition. I've taken people to have less muscle mass to more muscle mass. My background really more is in sports. I played football, and that kind of piqued my interest in sports training. So I've trained marathoners, I've trained MMA fighters, I've trained all these people, different people who all need to change their body composition. But the specific athlete who she wants to become as a competitor, I haven't trained to take to a show yet, but I've definitely trained a lot of people around the same subject. With that in mind, the principles still apply, right? The only thing that starts changing is as you get down to that show, we start having to suffer more, right? So it's just a longer process to get someone there. The science applies the same way. You know, our approach we're gonna take is gonna take, you know, about 9 months that she had lengthened her time. And the great thing is it gives us time to actually like rebuild her metabolism. And in rebuilding metabolism, it's gonna help you have a long-term progress, but also have a long-term reverse so we can come out of the show, because that's the most important thing. If you're ever looking to compete, it's not sustainable. You know, those body fats are so low, it's just unhealthy at that point. But she would be the first person that's going to be
I didn't know
show
that.
ready. Yeah.
I should have asked that when I was interviewing you.
Yeah,
so
I'm fired now. Oh,
yeah. I interviewed 3 other guys besides Matt. It was kind of a blind audition type thing, so I only talked to you like what, twice on the phone?
Yeah, I think twice.
Yeah.
Next that follow-up call. I guess 3 times, because I followed up with you and you followed me.
Yeah, but he just seemed the most genuine, and his story resonated better with me. The other guys weren't, I don't think, seemed that qualified. Even though you've never taken anybody to a show, I think I told you like our second call that we'd be a good match. So yeah, but this is him. I'll put his Instagram in the description down below. He is single. So.
Oh.
Yeah. No crazy people though.
Yeah,
no
I
crazy
hope not.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already been through that.